Hello, and welcome to the episode of this tutorial series dedicated to the Pylons section of the CAD Manager. In this video, you will learn how to use JPAD Modeller to rapidly shape the pylons of your aircraft model. Keep in mind that the basic aircraft data structure of JPAD Modeller, which is the one that you explored in the tutorial series dedicated to the Input Manager, does not include any information regarding the pylon geometry, which can be generated from scratch at this level. You can shape the external geometry of each pylon individually, by selecting one of the available engines from the drop-down menu at the top of the Power Plant tab. Remember, you can model the geometry of both wing and fuselage-mounted engine pylons, as long as engines and the related mounting components are included in the aircraft data structure and have been actually generated. Moreover, it is necessary that the engines have been produced from scratch, rather than from the template. JPAD Modeller stores information regarding the mounting position of the engine starting from information provided by the user in the Aircraft tab. Starting from this information, the correct pylon parameterization is automatically selected by JPAD Modeller. You can then decide to automatically shape the geometry of the pylons, by checking the Automatic Generation box. In this case, default parameters will be used by the JPAD Modeller underlying 3D modeling kernel for both the available pylons parameterization. Or you can choose to manually fix the external shape of wing and fuselage pylons, by unchecking the Automatic Generation box and by clicking on the Details button next to the Custom Modeling text field. Keep in mind, you will be prevented from clicking on the Details button and have access to the Pylon Modeling window dialog until you have correctly updated the whole aircraft and CAD data structure, by clicking on the Updated button on the top toolbar. For fuselage-mounted pylons, the parameterization is similar to the one for a lifting surface panel. You can define attachment points of the pylons with respect to the engine. The actual definition of these attachment points slightly changes between different engine loads. In any case, you will have to define the same non-dimensional parameters in terms of engine length to determine their actual position. In addition, you can change the width of the pylon, as well as the attachment points on the fuselage. For this purpose, you can define the pylon root chord, as well as the root apex position along the x-axis of the body reference frame with respect to the engine x-apex in the same reference frame. Finally, you can set the characteristics of the pylon in terms of dihedral angle. With regards to wing-mounted pylons parameterization, you can manage mostly non-dimensional parameters to set the characteristics of the pylon in terms of attachment with respect to the engine and to the wing, shape of the frontal and rear portions of the junction, as well as parameters defining the overall spanwise width. Similar to the fuselage pylon parameterization, the actual definition of the attachment points with respect to the engine slightly changes depending on the adopted engine load. However, you will be required to define the same parameters for the pylon, independently of the selected engine parameterization. Both the frontal and the rear portions of the pylon can be accurately shaped, by conveniently managing the values for angles and tangency constraints provided by this parameterization. You can decide to apply a fillet on the exposed edges of the pylon, by checking the dedicated box. In this way, the edges in the forward portion of the pylon will be automatically smoothed, by choosing the highest possible radius compatible with CAD shape sanity. The same parameterization applies both to underwing and overwing mounted engines, with no modifications to the definitions of the involved input variables. Let's now see an example of an update of the geometry of an underwing mounted pylon. Let's suppose that we want to modify the nacelle attachment point, bringing it from 25% of the nacelle cowl length to 45%. Then let's suppose that we want to update the wing attachment point, by using an updated value of 10%. Finally, we decide to update all the angles related to the shape of the frontal area of the pylon, choosing a value equal to 3 degrees for all three, and the rear wing attachment angle too, by choosing a value of 13 degrees for it. To actually apply all these modifications to the shapes of the pylon, we have to click on the Update button in the top toolbar. The 3D plot in the top right corner as well as the 2D plot in the bottom right one give us evidence of all the applied modifications. When we are satisfied with the modifications, we can then press the Save and Close button. Keep in mind that you need to update the pylon data structure first, before being able to go back to the Input Manager main window. Once there, you will be required to click on the Update button at the top left, and then on the Only CAD button, to see the effect of these modifications applied on the 3D Explorer complete aircraft model. That's all for the Pylon section. In the next video, we will explore the CAD Manager features related to the management of fairing 3D shapes. See you there.